Today, we can discuss the new chapter surface chemistry. In surface chemistry, since it is a new topic to you, a lot of new terms are there. The first word is about adsorption. Adsorption is a surface phenomenon. That means adsorption is taking place at the surface. Actually, this chapter has three parts. The first one is adsorption, then catalysis, and finally colloids. Now the first one, adsorption. Adsorption means it is the accumulation of molecular species at the surface rather than the bulk of a solid or liquid. That is adsorption. At the surface, for example, when we take a charcoal, it has a lot of pores at the surface, a lot of pores. That is a porous material. So because of these pores, it has the ability to absorb gases in these pores. It can absorb gases in its pores, or it can absorb colored materials or solute particles from a solution. That is adsorption, a surface phenomenon. That particles are not penetrating into the bulk. That remains only at the surface, only at the surface. That is adsorption. The molecular species or substance which is concentrates or accumulates at the surface is termed adsorbate. The substance which is adsorbed, that is adsorbate. And the surface on which the adsorption takes place is termed as adsorbent. So adsorbate and adsorbent. Substance which is adsorbed, that is adsorbate. And the surface on which the adsorption takes place is called adsorbent. Here in this figure you can understand it. See, it is the molecular species which is present at the surface or which is adsorbed, that is termed as adsorbate. And the surface on which it is adsorbed or substance on which it is adsorbed termed as adsorbent. So adsorbate can form a single layer, a unilayer, or it can form multiple layer on the surface of the adsorbent. In order to understand this process clearly, here you can see two examples. The aqueous solution of raw sugar, when we manufacture it, that colored solution, when it is crystallized, you will get a colored substance. But sugar, you know, it is pure white in color. How it is happening or how it is making pure white? When the aqueous solution of raw sugar is passed over beds of animal charcoal, becomes colorless as the coloring substance are absorbed by the charcoal. Then the solution of raw sugar is treated with the charcoal, animal charcoal. Animal charcoal absorb that coloring matter or coloring materials from the solution. When all that materials are absorbed, the sugar will be clear, pure white. That solution itself will become colorless. The non-crystallization will get pure sugar. Another example. If you want to remove moisture from the atmosphere, we will use silica gel. All of you know it. Especially we are using it in for the removal of moisture, where we are using computers, laptops, silica gel. We are keeping the silica gel. Along with the electronic equipment, we will keep silica gel. That is to remove moisture. And in chemistry lab, if you want to remove, we will use silica gel. In desiccators, we are using silica gel to reduce the moisture. So silica gel has the capacity to remove the moisture. How? That is by adsorption. Silica gel can absorb water molecules. Another example for adsorption. So what are the differences between adsorption and absorption? Absorption is familiar to you. Sponge. When you dip a sponge in water, absorption takes place. Absorption. That is absorption. What are differences between adsorption, AD, adsorption and absorption, AB? The substance is concentrated only at the surface and does not penetrate through the surface to the bulk of the adsorbent. That is adsorption. But in absorption, what is happening? The substance is uniformly distributed through the bulk of the solid. That is uniformly distributed to the whole part of that substance. You'll understand if you remember a sponge in water. Again, when we analyze the concentration of the adsorbate, that increases only at the surface of the adsorbent. In the bulk, it is not entering. But the concentration is uniform throughout the bulk of the solid in the case of absorption. Two more terms related to adsorption that we have to understand. One is sorption. The process in which adsorption and absorption takes place simultaneously, known as sorption. Adsorption and absorption takes place simultaneously. That is sorption. And what is desorption? Removal of adsorbed particles from the surface. That is known as desorption. Removal of adsorbed particles from the surface is known as desorption. Now, what is the mechanism of this adsorption? Why this adsorption is taking place? The surface, why molecules are adsorbed on the surface? We can say, when we consider a particular substance, each molecule is surrounded by other molecules. So there is an intermolecular force of attraction. But when we come to the surface, you can understand that particles are attracted to the sides, and the downward direction. There is nothing above it to attract. So this molecule at the surface, it has nothing to attract in the above this particle. So it will attract anything that is coming in its side. It will attract another particle or another molecule which is very near to the surface. So from the solution, a solid can attract solute particles and can be adsorbed. That is actually happening in the case of adsorption. Inside the adsorbent, all the forces acting between the particles are mutually balanced. But on the surface, the particles are not surrounded by atoms or molecules. So, at the surface, there is an imbalanced attractive force. And hence, they can attract other particles. We can call it as a residual attractive force. Particles at the surface has a residual attractive force. So when a molecule is adsorbed on the surface, what happens? This residual attractive force decreases. The residual attractive forces will decrease. The system is going to a more stable state. So the process of adsorption is accompanied by removal of heat energy, releasing of heat energy. So we can say adsorption is an exothermic process. Delta H absorption is always negative. Similarly, when a gas is absorbed on the surface of a solid, its freedom of movement is restricted. Then it cannot move, as in the case of gaseous molecules, not possible to move. So what is happening to their disorder? Disorder is decreasing, or order is increasing. If there is a decrease in disorder, entropy change is negative. Therefore, we can say, in the case of adsorption, delta S is negative. On the basis of the equation, delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S, delta G can be negative if delta H has sufficiently high negative value as T delta S is positive. Our equation is delta H minus T delta S. Here delta S is negative. So T delta S will be always negative. So minus minus positive. That part will be positive. So in order to make delta G negative, delta H should be greater than T delta S. Then only it will be negative. Then the process of adsorption will take place spontaneously. So you have to read it thoroughly and understand these basic things, then only we can proceed. You have to understand what is adsorption, what are the different terms related to it. Okay.